I'm here with MSNBC, and we're interviewing Dark Rubin. Dark Rubin, would you like to explain why you're here today?
We're going to talk about the history of the world. You know, where it all started, how it became us, the timeline of how everything happened, right? So we start with the Big Bang, right? Everybody knows what the Big Bang is. Something exploded in the universe. Nobody knows what exactly, but it exploded and it created life across the entire universe, or minerals, particles, atoms, whatever you want to call it. And then Earth formed from nothing into a planet, a spherical orb hurtling through space around a sun, which is just a giant star, I think, right? Yeah. And then on Earth, we got this Goldilocks zone where life could thrive. And we had a giant ocean with a big piece of land that we called Pangea. And in that ocean, we had crawdads. And it was just like a big bayou full of crawdads everywhere. And they're swimming around, and then one day, they're like, water sucks. We gotta get up there on the land and be cool. So they just started growing rapidly, faster than anybody's ever seen. And, you know, they became huge things. Like, those were dinosaurs. Dinosaurs came from crawdads. It's scientifically proven. Look it up. And, you know, we got Tyrannosaurus Rex, the kings of dinosaurs, Bronchiosaurus, Pterodactyl, hardhead guys, Stegosaurus, all those guys. And they're thriving on this big piece of land, just thriving. And then the aliens came down, they crashed into the Earth and made a big crater, and the aliens just had beef immediately with these giant lizard crawdad creatures. And they're fighting. That was the first World War, World War Zero. Nobody talks about it. It's a big secret. The FBI's hiding it. I found it. And then in the fighting, the aliens like, man, these dinosaurs are really good at fighting. You know, they can't get around the T-Rex's giant jaws. The little arms it's kind of hard to, you know, attack aliens, so they just rip them apart. And the aliens made these pyramids, you know, the pyramids in Egypt and Aztecs and whatever. They didn't make those. Nobody made those. The aliens did from outer space. And those were giant weapons of mass destruction that took out the dinosaurs. They just took them out. And the aliens were chilling, and they're like, man, this place is pretty boring. We gotta have some life in here. So then, you know, they get to work, and they made humans. So that's how we got ancient Greece. And then they were like, they didn't want anything to do with the aliens anymore. They kicked them out. You know, Sparta, they're mad lads, okay? They're like, this sand, we're making bricks and mortar. They're making arcs. They're making coliseums. They're doing all the stuff. And in Greece, they're fighting each other because they didn't believe in the aliens as gods. They believed in Greek mythology, you know, Poseidon, Zeus, Hades, Athena, the rest of them, all 13 of them, whatever it was. And so it went from Athens and Sparta and the other places. And they're just, you know, having fun. Sparta's kicking babies into a giant hole because they're not good enough fighters yet, which no one really understood. And, you know, the ancient Greeks had neighbors, the Romans. You know, that's how you got the Roman burger. That's how Romeos came apart. They all looked at Rome, and were like, these guys are all right. And Rome did not like Greece at all. They're fine people, you know. Some of them were mad lads, some of them were nice, like in Athens. But then, you know, they started fighting, and, you know, the Rome were some cheaters. They went over and they had a big ass horse, right? And they went to and Greece thought it was like, you know, a gift from the Romans, and it was just a horse. But inside the horse was a bunch of other people, and they just took down Greece, completely demolished them. So then Greece was gone, and Rome took their god ideas. Instead of having Zeus, it was Jupiter. They're like, these planets, these are the gods, not these made up names that you thought of. So we had Jupiter and Neptune and Mars, and Earth was just Earth, I think. And then from Rome, China.